I think overall, man, we gotta do a better job at like protecting black women. You know, I think black men gotta do better. I think black women gotta do a better job at protecting black men. You know, like I said, there's a reason, like you said, white women lust after black men. I think if black men felt that same desire from black women, it wouldn't be this. It wouldn't be as unbalanced. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, of course. I mean, I'm gonna take the girl who's asking for it. I mean, if you're coming over here, most guys are gonna just take what's in front of them.
Get to the money and slide. Get to the money and slide. Free all the bros inside. Free all the bros inside. Play with the bros, you die. Yeah. Get to the money and slide. Free all the bros inside. Play with the bros, you die. Yeah. If you want smoke, come get it. You on my chain, come get it. Taking the money, run with it. New to this shit, I done did it. Get to the money and slide. Get to the money and slide. Free all the bros inside. Free all the bros inside. Play with the bros, you die. Yeah.
And that's what the audience is thinking. That's what the audience is thinking. All right, you ready?
Shit, I'm engaged.
Let's get it going. Let's get it going. Hey, man. Say, man. It's the Got 15 podcast coming back, man. Volume 4. Part who knows. You already know it's the Got 15 crew checking in one time for the one time. And we got 2 special guests on my left. Go ahead and shout yourselves out.
Damaya at Damaya Giselle, DAMYAJISEL.
And then my name is Samari, and then you can follow my braiding page is braids by Mari with 2 eyes _.
Man, make sure y'all go tap in and show them some love. Man, go ahead and get your lady hair done or something like that, man. You already know, tap in. They showing love. Of course, right, boys too, man. You in twist. You do braids, of course, right? Braids.
Yes,
Get the braids up. They showing love to us, show love to them. Now you already know where it's going. Big Chan, man. You Mr. Got 15.
You did.
Got the topic today, bro. What you got for us, brother?
So, I'm not a therapist or nothing like that. But today we're going to talk about like the way your childhood and the experiences you had as a kid can affect how you have healthy relationships with, either a significant other or even sometimes your friends. So my question was, do you think a child growing up in a single parent household compared to a
2-parent household?
Correct. 2-parent household can love someone the same way?
That's a great question. 'Cause I feel like I know that there's a lot of people who come from a 2-parent household who say like, I'm only gonna date somebody who also comes from a 2-parent household, because they know that there are certain pitfalls, certain problems that can arise from a single parent household. And I have a little take that I have one. I'm gonna go last. I like to talk.
Nigga gonna start it and say he gonna go last. No, I respect it.
Thank you, bro.
What do y'all think?
I definitely think that it is a difference. I grew up in a single parent household, and I look at people who have grown up in 2-parent households, and they often have healthy relationships from what I've seen. And me personally, haven't had a lot. But I envy them as well, just because I know they grew up with a certain structure that I didn't have the ability to grow up with. But to conclude, yes, it is a difference.
I think it could be both, only because growing up, I grew up in both. I grew up in a single parent household and with both of my parents, but both of my parents, when they was together, it wasn't like an ideal relationship I wanted to be in. So sometimes growing up in a 2-parent household, you can also see, the downsides of being in a relationship as well, and carry those into the future or whatever you got going on.
Yeah, I mean, because I think it's kind of unfair to solely judge somebody off of that. Now, granted, it is something that you got to look at and say, hey, you're probably, let's say, a girl who grows up without her dad. Hey, she may have attachment issues or some kind of, daddy issues, whatever you want to call it. Same thing, vice versa. Mom, who, a guy who grew up with no dad, he probably doesn't have as much discipline and structure and, and guidance in his life as somebody who may, grow up in 2-parent. Like you said, at the same time, there's a lot of people who grow up in those 2-parent households who they ain't got no parents.
Yeah, it wasn't real love there, even if it was 2 parents. Yeah.
But so here's what my take was coming into this, right? So I feel like this, right? Especially in the black community, so we all black here. So you talking, there's going to be a lot of single parentness in our community. So I feel like it's unfair, especially for us, to then judge a young black girl who doesn't have her dad. You know why she probably didn't have her dad if you're an educated person based off of what's going on in the country. You know what I mean? Like as far as racism, over policing, all that kind of shit, right? So there's reasons that kind of led a lot of our community so broken like that. So this is how I be feeling. I really be feeling like it's our job as black men too to understand where our women are coming from who don't have a dad, who have attachment issues because they don't have their dad, but why she probably didn't. Like I think that's our role to help repair our community. What you think about that, bro?
I think that's a good take, but like there's some people they let that shit affect like their actions too much. So where it's like even if you try to help them, even like someone like me, I ain't gonna lie, I came up 2-parent household, like my parents are real loving, like
right.
Great relationship. Like I seen what a good relationship is. If I met somebody who had like I grew up on love type shit. So if I met somebody who grew up on survival, like in a different household type, like they just parents barely getting by, trying to love them, but like shit is sketchy and they got toxic shit going on, whatever. I ain't gonna lie, my relationship with them is not gonna be the same because I'm gonna love them how I've seen love, and they probably gonna see that as I don't even know how they'll see it. They're not gonna see it as the same as I would. Like, yeah.
Sometimes people like that, like they can get scared of that shit. Exactly. They don't know how to even perceive it, so they just.
And so that's my point being. So we know we're gonna have that. I mean, I want to marry a black woman, right? So I know that okay, here are the pitfalls that I've seen in the black women, right? How can we address that, up front or something like that? You know what I mean? Because like you said, you are gonna have that.
I want to keep talking about black women, but also with black men, I feel like moms, they enable their sons so much that they don't take accountability for anything they do. They think as girlfriends we supposed to be their moms, and none of that.
It definitely goes both ways.
Can you tilt your mic up just a little bit? So I'm gonna ask you, what's a girlfriend like mom duty? Like what were you referring to right there?
I feel like because we're just coming into college, so we're freshly young adults or whatever.
Yeah.
As a 17-year-old, you shouldn't be like, and vice versa. A boy shouldn't be sending this amount of money to no girl. A girl shouldn't be trying to like baby her nigga, like cook dinner for him and shit. Like we 15, what is you cooking dinner for your nigga for?
No, I definitely agree. I mean, I feel like that's just that. I feel like that's some other shit though. That's just you trying to be little.
Yeah. It come from men getting enabled by their moms. Like they expect their girlfriend or their wife to do what their mom does.
But like I feel like everybody thinks the same because like if a girl whose father is in her life and he provided and paid the bills, she has the right to think a man should do the same because that's what she saw.
Yeah.
So it's like the boy just I'm not supporting it. Like some people OD it. Like you like that's not your mom. But like I feel like everybody, you have the right to like if you saw something growing up and that's your expectation, you're gonna seek that outside in some way.
So what do you think? How do you think then she should navigate that? Because clearly like that's something that she was not expecting to have to do, right?
Yeah.
So how do you kind of negotiate that in your relationship then?
That's really between the two partners involved, but it's like y'all have to come to some type of mutual agreement. Like if I'm on some I need food shit and I'm on some I'm not cooking shit, we gotta meet at twice a week.
Right, meet somewhere. Right.
We gotta be at twice a week, and I'm gonna throw in one every now, 1 or 2. You know what I'm saying? And then when we go out to eat, I'm gonna swipe the card regardless. So like, if I can't get a meal at the crib, I don't know.
Yeah, that's sick.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I ain't gonna lie. My side of it though is if there's somebody like that, I don't want to say I don't want to tough it out with them, but like, if you see this trait early enough, then it's like you gotta end that shit. Really, like realistically. If you can see some shit that's like that major, that's like, all right, we're not going to be compatible on this level. For like cutting it off as soon as you see it it's going to hurt whoever. It may even hurt you at the time, but like.
So like
I don't know, that's some mature shit.
Both of y'all, someone who's come from 2-parent household your entire life. Like so I'm similar to you as far as I had 2 parents up until a certain point. Then it was, it's one parent or the other. Yeah. So coming 2-parent the entire life, would that, if you hear that hey, this girl, don't know her dad, never met him, would that be something that you would at least not cut her off immediately for up front, but maybe raise a red flag, yellow flag?
Nah. I feel like you said, it's not really right to judge somebody off their past, especially something they can't control. Like they literally had no control of that situation. So like that's just part of their life story. That's how I look at it.
Right.
The red flags was a draw for like their actions and stuff. Now if they try to blame it on that, then that's something to cut you off for. But like just saying that's just how you grew up. That's just your truth.
I think that's fair. I mean, I think that's kind of how I look at it too. Like once you start to exhibit But like I said, even then, like I think I give more grace for those activities in our community, like in particular. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna give a black girl more grace for if she has those type of issues than maybe somebody outside my race.
But as well as giving grace, it's about that person trying to evolve themselves. Like,
of course, no. If you're just some belligerent person who's stuck in your ways, that's not what I'm. That's not what I'm talking about. No.
Those gotta go.
That's not it.
You gotta peep.
But I'm saying if you have, if you have these issues, but you're like, yo, I know I have these issues. Like, I'm trying to work through them. I feel like
that's what matters.
It's unfair knowing that we have these issues with us, and we the only people who can really fix it. We got to figure out some kind of way there. Because I feel like that was leading to the next question as far as why do y'all think? Do you think that factor, or I'll say this for the clips, but why do y'all think black men tend to navigate outside of their race, especially when we're talking about successful black men?
It's easier.
I feel like I'm not going to be stereotypical, but I am at the same time. White people and black people are raised differently. Obviously, we know that. Well, for the majority. And I feel like white households usually do have both parents and more structure. I don't know how to put it. They have more structure and they're taught their roles. I feel like white women are taught to be nurturing, just the caregiver, and white men breadwinners. But like you really only see black people on the internet talking about
being independent and stuff like that, like being on your own, not needing a man for nothing. I know what you're trying to say.
And the other way around, like men winning flowers and this, that, and the third, rings, promise rings. So I feel like black men, successful black men specifically, they want to take care of somebody, and white women are looking to be taken care of, while black women, again, being stereotypical, not everybody, but black women are looking to be independent and not need a man for nothing.
Yeah, just to add on that, like, just white women willing to submit more, and that's what a man is looking for. They're looking for a man to submit, while black women usually are loud and obnoxious.
So do you ever
being
like
stereotypical,
right being stereotypical? So when you see that kind of shit, right? Like when you see the draft, you know what I'm saying, you see 10 mulattoes walking through, you like, damn, y'all don't like not one just regular black girl. Like, does that ever like cross your mind as a negative thought? I mean, I know I'd be confused.
Wait, what was the question?
Like if you see like, the NFL draft, NBA draft, or like athletes, celebrities, they normally have
like NFL players choosing white women.
Yeah, what you be thinking?
Oh, I thought you asked what he said. Okay. Like honestly, at this point, it's a surprise if they are walking across the stage with a black woman. Mm-hmm. So it's expected. Yeah.
No feelings.
I don't be thinking it's real. I be thinking it's staged. It's like it don't look right.
But that, like, I feel like that's
break up a lot too. So
I mean, sure. I mean but that's the nature of relationships. People gonna break up. But like I said, I mean, you would imagine, right? You're 1% black guy. Most of y'all have the opportunity for any black woman, mostly, what I'm saying, that you want. Because like I said, but I always find it interesting. But I mean, I know the reason, like we just said, this, like you just said, I mean, a lot of white women are just, I will shut the fuck up.
Yeah, they train.
And let you do what you feel like you need to do and be done with it.
And they lust at the black man.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like I think what Mike said earlier is hitting on the head. Like, it's just easier. Like you go to a predominantly white institution, most of these athletes, or you're in a predominantly white industry, so you're surrounded by, let's say, out of the 10 women that you're surrounded by in close proximity, people aren't going to go out their way, to really do anything. So the people that you're surrounded by in close proximity are most likely going to be white or some other race. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we only 13%. And especially when we talk about, high level society.
And they're rich too. That's the main thing. So they know how to take care of the money once the athletes get it. Because like the athletes that If they had the girl that they grew up with, that girl doesn't know how to take care of this new money that they're now getting.
Oh,
neither does he.
So you're saying the white girl can provide some experience.
Yeah, some better, because she's been trained with a rich white daddy how to take care of a rich white
here,
house.
just put it in the trust, baby.
Just let my dad handle this.
Right. Here. Let John call his advisor. We'll get it done. We're finna go back to the dorm. Okay,
I think that's part of it.
I think that's fair though. I think that's fair. I mean, I think overall, man, we gotta do a better job at like protecting black women. You know, I think black men gotta do better. I think black women gotta do a better job at protecting black men. You know, like I said, there's a reason, like you said, white women lust after black men. I think if black men felt that same desire from black women, it wouldn't be this. It wouldn't be as unbalanced. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, of course. I mean, I'm gonna take the girl who's asking for it. I mean, if you're coming over here, most guys are gonna just take what's in front of them.
Yeah, they want to feel wanted.
Yeah, like I said, they want to feel wanted. So if you have somebody who says, "I don't need you," versus "I really need you,"
I really want you. Like,
right? You know what I mean? Like that's most likely who they're probably gonna go with, man.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's anybody.
But even like, did y'all watch Love Island?
Recently,
the episode with Cordell and Daya, like Daya was she was lusting at the Cordell, like that's who she wanted when she first came on the show. Like, oh, this who I want, Cordell.
Right.
So eventually, like, she was throwing herself at him, and he became like he was overwhelmed. He didn't know if he liked her or not. And so basically, I'm just comparing that to the situation with a white woman and a black man, because they eventually they'll get tired, or they'll come to a realization like, this not who I want. And it just become tired. That's why I said it be looking fake. Like,
okay, so you're saying they really don't even want the white girl. What you're saying?
They beat on them.
Yeah, they do be doing that. They be getting a little angry. No, you're right. Hey man, look. With that being said, it's been a Got 15 podcast, and we out, man.
Get to the money and slide. Get to the money and slide.
Appreciate y'all popping out to the podcast, man. Make sure y'all leave a like. Go ahead and comment something. And hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, so you don't miss any of our videos, bro.
And make sure you subscribe to our Patreon for exclusive behind-the-scenes videos posted weekly. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TikTok, and I already know we're on YouTube, man. Go check us out everywhere.
Show.